Hi, this is Judy Minen with another 5-minute workshop. This time it's on energy sensing. First, we're going to talk about what is it, what do we use it for, and then how do we do it. So energy sensing is just trying to feel what is the energy field of vibrational frequency within the grid around everybody. And every living thing has one. Animals, humans, plants, you name it, it's got a field. So when we are thinking about doing this, what we're doing is we're sensitizing the proparator cells of our skin so that they're a little bit more sensitive to feel, is there inflammation here? Is there a lack of energy? Do we want to help brush out the energy, or do we want to send it in? We use it in healing work to help with inflammatory responses, to get it kind of down a little bit so the immune system isn't traffic jammed up, and so that area can heal a little better. It helps relieve some pain. It can help with migraine headaches, any joint pain, any anxiety, emotional issues. People usually will fall asleep when you're doing energy work, which I always see as a compliment. The next thing then is, now how do we do it? So you start by rubbing your fingertips together for about 15 seconds. And then after that period of time, just kind of bounce them about 5 or 6 inches apart and see what you feel. And just be aware, this is very subtle energy. It's very, kind of difficult to feel at first until you get used to it. So practice it a few times and just see what you get. Then kind of bring your hands a little further apart and see, do you feel more, less, or about the same amount of energy? I always feel more as I go further out, because the energy wants to come together. It wants you to bring your hands closer together, and that's part of field theory. And we talked about that in the pendulum workshop, so you can go back and listen to that. So the next thing you can do then, besides just kind of using your hands to kind of feel, and you can work with somebody else and see if you can feel their energy on their hands. So you're kind of going hand to hand. The next thing you can do is create like a laser for helping to heal real specific areas that might be hurting, like an immediate wound on a hand or a joint that's really hurting. You can do some of the laser physical therapy type things. So you open up your, like for me, I receive with my left hand and I send with my right. So I feel more sensation in my left hand than I do on my right. So this works really well for sending. So you make the laser and you just kind of focus that energy going around in a circle. See if you can feel it on your hand, and going up and down and back and forth. So you can do this to help heal your animals, to sense around your plants. It's kind of fun to sense around the plants because they're not going to go anywhere. Animals usually like about 2 or 3 minutes, and then they're ready to be done. So you can, in energy healing then, we use this for helping to heal and get down the inflamed areas, anything that needs healing, whether the person has a disease process, they have an injury, they have a fever, they're stressed, and we just want to kind of brush through the field. It's a very basic thing. It's kind of like you're making a Christmas tree formation as you go down the body. And what you're doing is you're just helping that energy field to kind of smooth out and allow more oxygen to get to the area for healing as you're decreasing the swelling. So this is how we use it in healing. If you're using it to calm down like a migraine around the head, always stand further back. I usually stand about 3 or 4 feet away from the person, and then just kind of do that energy field brushing through there. You also can use this kind of as a reference point. So you want to check the energy field, kind of just go through the field over the person that you're working on first, maybe like 2 to 3 inches above the skin. You might be a foot above the skin, depending on how sensitive you are. And just do that before you work on the person, and then work on them, and then do it afterwards. So just get a reference point for, how did they do? Was it effective? Do you need to do it again? Do you need to do a little bit more? So this is basically what we're using it for. You can use it on your animals. Like I say, if you have plants that aren't doing so well, you can work on them a little bit. But this is kind of how we use energy sensing. And again, you can do this around if you have any animals that are sick, any people that aren't feeling so good, whether it is emotional, physical, or they're just plain stressed out. I know I like working on my kids while they're sleeping because they're much more compliant. And they can get better benefit. So thank you for listening. This is a 5-minute workshop with Judy Minen from Angel Care Healing Touch. Check back. I should be loading another one up in the next couple of weeks, I hope. Thank you.